Hello BookTube Nation, I'm Sam here again from A Bear and a Bee Books, and today I'm going to do my second edition of my YA shelf hauls. So let's go ahead and get started. The first book I have to show you today is absolutely gorgeous, and if I have to be honest, it's one of the reasons I picked it up. Though it did mention plague, and I was reading about plague at the time, and I was kind of on a kick. It's called Rosemarked by Livia Blackburne. Again, with this one, I saw mention of plague. There's healers involved. I think it's YA fantasy, which I absolutely enjoy. If you've read this one, let me know what you think. Next, this was also kind of another buzzword buy for me, Song of the Current. And this is by Tolcser. And this one, there was mention of pirates. I saw the cover, I was sold. I love pretty much anything to do with the nautical, pirates, mermaids. I'm probably gonna read it at some point. I saw this come out. It's a newer series. I think this was released late 2017. I was really excited to check it out, so I picked it up. Oh, and this is, by the way, what I call my puppy shelf. I'm sure you saw when you clicked on the video, you could see the little puppies, and those are adorable. I have a set of puppy bookends, kitty bookends, and rooster bookends, and I love them all. Next one I picked up, a lot of people were recommending this to me, and that's Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. And again, it was about pirates, there's water involved. Everyone told me to pick it up, so I did. Next, again, I have a need for sci-fi in my life every once in a while. And this is called Invictus by Graudin. This I'll link her channel below. Kate was doing a poll, I think through her blog, and when you took the poll, it would tell you which book you should pick up. This is the one I got, so I definitely need to get to this. Also, I just sometimes really just want some sci-fi in my life, and though I don't read it nearly as much as fantasy, I do definitely get the taste for it, and so that's why I grabbed this one. This is Blonde Ops by Charlotte Bennardo and Natalie Zaman. And this, I believe I got when I used to have my book club services. I used to get monthly selections. This one is not something I've heard of before, but it sounded pretty interesting. I really like, my husband is a huge James Bond fan, and I enjoy watching those with him. So, and this kind of gave me those feels. It seems kind of like it might be like a YA spy book. So I'm excited to give this one a try. Next is one I've already read, and that is The Telling by Alexandra Sirowy. This is more of a kind of suspense thriller. I believe I reviewed this on one of my previous videos. I'll try and link that down below for you. Not a genre I read a lot. I read maybe 2 or 3 a year when I get kind of the taste for that. But I did enjoy it. It was a little kind of hard for me because I'm really close with my siblings, and there's some sibling stuff in here. I don't want to give anything away. But if you like thrillers and you like YA, I would definitely give it a shot. Next is The Game of Love and Death by Brockenbrough. And I've been meaning to read this one for so long. This one sounds really unique. I know it was really popular a while back, but I usually look for those books that they kind of have that different storyline, things you don't see a lot. And this one is supposed to be basically love and death, and they're competing with each other, and they're trying to get this character to do what they want them to do kind of thing, and it seems like it might be kind of sinister. So anyway, I picked this up and I'm really excited to get to it. Next are 2 from an author I really enjoy. I think these are, she may have one other one out, or these may be the only 2 she's published so far, but I really enjoyed both of them, and that is Miss Emily Whitman. Now these to me are a little on the younger YA scale, but they're called Wildwing and Radiant Darkness. This one is about the Persephone myth. So it's kind of like if you want like a younger YA Persephone myth journey. Really interesting, quick read. I liked the world it was set in. And then this one I enjoyed even more. This one, I have a thing for time travel, and there is some time travel in here. It's just kind of a young girl's journey. She stumbles into a time portal, things change, how she deals with that, but it was really great. It's probably one of the first books I read when I started watching BookTube. It's been a while since I read it, but I really loved it. Her books are really fast-paced, like I said, great for that younger YA audience, and just very enjoyable. Next is one of my favorites. This is Poison by Bridget Zinn. This is it's just a wonderful, kind of also a younger YA. I would say that this is more available to younger readers, but it's a wonderful little story. I was laughing out loud at points. There's animals, magic, forests, pretty much everything I could want in a YA book, but just absolutely beautiful. I would love to see this adapted. Thoroughly loved it. Can't wait to pick it up again one day. Next is another book I also received in one of my subscription services, and that is A Matter of Heart by Amy Fellner Dominy. And I don't know a whole lot about this one. I think it's more on the contemporary side, which I don't read nearly as much as my sci-fi or fantasy. But I do like to keep them around for summertime because that's usually when I want to get into them. It may have something to do with like overcoming some either like anxiety or depression. I'm not 100% sure. Next, this also came in one of my subscription service boxes. This is called Diamond Boy, and this is by Michael Williams. This premise sounded really interesting to me. It's another one of those that doesn't really sound like everything, and that's why it intrigued me. It has to do with like diamond mines and the setting around that and how that affects the community, and I find that topic thoroughly important. I worked in a jewelry store for a while after college, and the idea of where that comes from and how we get it in the Western world and things like that, I like to be educated on that, so I thought that this sounded like a really intriguing book to pick up. The next book is First There Was Forever by Juliana Romano, and again, this I believe I also got in a subscription service, and this is just another one of the contemporaries that I'm saving for summer. With contemporaries, I typically don't research the plot as much because for me, I find that with fantasy books, I kind of know what I'm looking for, but with contemporary, I like to be more surprised. So, but the cover is absolutely beautiful. It looks like they're on the beach, so that looks like a great one for summer. Next is one I've been hearing great things about. I have a couple other books by this author, and I've really been meaning to pick her up, and that is Frances Hardinge, and this is The Live Tree, which I believe is probably her most popular book, but it just sounds absolutely beautiful. I mean, it won the Costa Book of the Year. It is like a YA middle grade story about, I believe it's this tree, and the tree like knows when you're lying, or it seems a little dark and gritty. A lot of her books actually kind of give off that vibe, which I really enjoy. I love gothic, gritty kind of stories, things that really kind of dig at like important matters and don't just touch on the surface level. Finally is another one I've read and I really enjoyed. That is Vengeance Road, and that's by Erin Bowman. And I mean, let's be honest, I originally ordered this because the cover, I mean, hello. Also too, YA is just recently really opening up into the Western category, and I'm always looking for something different, and this was definitely that. This is fast-paced, well written. The setting is great. This is another one of those books that kind of sucks you right in and you feel like you're with the characters at the place, but highly recommend it. I believe I gave it 4 stars, and it's the second book is out, so I can't wait to pick it up. So that's all the books I had for you today for our YA shelf haul. I want to thank you for being here with me again today. If you like what you've had to see, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, you can click the bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. So thanks for being here with me again today. Go ahead and friend me on Goodreads or follow me on Twitter if you use either of those platforms yourself. And I look forward to seeing you here again. Farewell for now.